It's North versus South this weekend as Manchester United arrive here at Stamford Bridge, hailing the return of the special one.
Unfortunately, I think he'll get some grief, Peter, because that's the way of the footballing fan, isn't it? And Jose will speak up basically for Manchester United now and his players. I think it was the perfect signing for Manchester United, taking Jose. I think he's the man to lead that club. But I think he'll get a little bit of grief on Sunday.
I'm sure he'll say it doesn't make any difference at all. But at the end of the day, it is only 3 points. You know, the same as against anybody else. But when you've been at a club for a time like he's been at Chelsea and achieved what he achieved, he'll be desperate to beat them. But the players will be as well. The players know how important it is that, you know, Man City went down there and won, so we've got to try and get a similar result.
United saw off Spurs here at Old Trafford last weekend, following booing after Jose Mourinho substituted local boy Marcus Rashford.
The supporters just want to see a bit more flamboyance amongst the side. I think the loss of Pogba has been absolutely enormous as far as they're concerned, because with Matic sitting there and he had Pogba there, Herrera there or Mata there, he just allowed them all to just run forward. And Pogba, with his great ability to pick a pass, I thought he ignited Lukaku to a certain degree. But now they don't have that. Lukaku's form has dipped a touch, but hopefully, you know, Pogba will be back pretty shortly.
Well done, Pete. There's 75,000 in the stadium, and I was sitting in the director's box watching the game, and I did hear the little bit of booing, but it was maybe a couple of hundred of the section in the Stretford end. But I don't think they were booing Lukaku or the manager, and I think they just wanted Rashford to be on the pitch, even though Martial was coming on. But when you look at it, it's worked really well for the team when Jose nearly always has took Martial off and put Rashford on, or it's been the other way around. And at the end of the day, the manager was proved right, because Lukaku flicks on the header, Martial makes a good run in behind them and scores a goal, and so we win the game.
And it's not just the return of Mourinho. Romelu Lukaku and arguably Manchester United's best player, Nemanja Matic, come back to Stamford Bridge, prompting the question, why did they let him go?
He's a great signing. I mean, he knows the game, he's got great experience, he's got a presence about him, and he gets in the right areas at the right time. You know, so he's been a great plus to United. The only thing which is a little bit of a shame for United so far, because I think we might have even had more points on the board, is if Pogba had been fit all the time. Because I thought the balance of Matic and Pogba, Herrera or Fellaini, whichever way the manager wanted to play them, Pogba was scoring goals, but he was creating goals because he had this really good understanding with Lukaku. So I think we've missed that to a certain degree, and that's why we're not scoring as many goals as when we started the season.
Do you think the sale of Matic from Chelsea to Manchester United is going to go down in folklore like Eric Cantona did, where the champions sold him to what would be the champions, because he's made such a difference to Manchester United?
Peter, I hadn't even given that a thought. You know, I think the comparison is probably spot on, because I think Matic is so important now for Jose. What Jose does, there's two P's. There's potential and proven. And what Jose does, he buys proven. There's only one potential that he's bought, and that's the centre half. Can't think of his name, unfortunately. Lindelof is the one that he's bought in. That's potential. But he always buys proven, does Jose Mourinho. And he's bought another proven Premier League winner. And this guy has made an enormous difference to two sides.
What is it in your mind that he does? A lot of people say he frees up a front three or whatever. I mean, explain exactly what he does, Matic.
He basically frees up everybody. What he does, he sits in front of that back three, back four, doesn't move from that position. When balls are being played through, he breaks up attacks. Then it's a simple pass off, or he can hit that glorious long pass. And every now and then he'll turn up on the edge of the box as well. Defensively, from corners, set plays, he's a monster. Absolute monster, Pete. He's 6'4". You know, now he's twice the man he was when he was at Chelsea, physically. And I just think he's the all-round midfield player at the moment. And when people say holding midfield player, he's probably one of the best.
Whilst neighbours Man City are averaging 3 goals a game so far this season, United would point to a meaner defence, something that Brian Robson thinks will be key this weekend at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I think United look as strong as anybody at the back. You know, when you look at all the centre-halves, the full-backs have been doing really well, no matter who Jose's been playing. So we do look tight at the back. I think City, they take a bit of pressure off the back players because they've got the ball more or less all the time. So that helps you as a defender. But I think when City are put under a lot of pressure, then they can leak goals.
There's no question about it. Defensively at this moment in time, Chelsea are not the force they were last year. So this is the perfect opportunity that he's got to go to Stamford Bridge and nick it. Because Manchester City, when they came, they played Chelsea off the pitch and were absolutely exquisite and deserved to beat Chelsea that day. Can Manchester United do it? I don't know. I think defensively they're solid. They're one of the best goalkeepers in the world without any question about it. And I think they have a real opportunity this Sunday. If they go for it, they can upset Chelsea Sunday.
What do you think are Chelsea's strengths, and how do United win this?
I think in the midfield area it's going to be really important. You know, I think Kante's still out. He could be back, but you know, I think he's a big player for Chelsea. But I think if we can dominate the midfield area where we don't let Hazard get a lot of the ball and Pedro, then I think our centre-halves can handle Morato. But if we can dominate the midfield area, then I think they've got a great chance of getting a result.
Do you like the football though? Everyone's talking about Manchester City, you know, averaging 3 goals a game. United are chasing them for the title potentially, but people don't like the football, do they? What do you think of Jose's football?
They're not enjoying it, but they're still winning. You know, a couple of seasons ago they were drawing these games, Pete, or losing these games. You know, people can't. It's very difficult because Manchester United has been brought up on this flamboyance, this way of playing, and we just attack. If we win 6-5, we win 6-5. But sooner or later, someone is going to come in there that thinks a clean sheet is a good result. If we get one at the other end, it is different class. That is Mourinho. Mourinho is a winner. What he will do, he'll provide trophies as he did last year. There was only one thing he was interested in, and that was Champions League football, and he got that through the Europa League. And Jose's a winner. He will plot and plan right the way through now.
How do you see it then? Prediction? If I give you a 5, where are you putting it?
I'm going to go a draw.
Score or not?
Yeah, I think there could be a few goals, but I think it'll be a tight game. So if I really had to put money on it, I'll go a 1-1 draw.
If you've got a 5 away, where's this game going to be won and lost?
Do you know what? I'd love to say Chelsea, but I'm going to say a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. I think it will be a scoring draw because I can't see Chelsea keeping a clean sheet at this moment in time. Excuse me. But Manchester United's defence has been very, very good indeed. So it's going to be an interesting one, but I'll go for a draw.
So you've heard from 2 of England's greatest ever midfielders. Now, what do you think? Check out all the latest odds on betsafe.com. And remember, you've got to be in it to win it.